is how I was pre-pandemic. Hold please to October.
Girl, I already
I'll be
lost
back.
some of
October. No,
this.
for me, I'm starting. Yeah, yeah. I'll be back to
I'm
because I just
trying to
don't.
be
I know somebody will be like, "Girl, you don't need to lose anything." Like I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel
it's
comfortable.
in
Yeah, it's
our
not about
own
any.
skin.
Yeah, it's
Well,
not about really even trying to make Oh, I'm trying to. No,
I actually
I
had
just
to
don't
tell
feel comfortable.
somebody that because the person I was speaking to is actually heavier than what I am. So they're
Mhm.
legitimately trying to lose weight for health reasons, being able to
Yeah, yeah,
do
yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
things. And so I kind of feel bad sometimes if I'm saying I'm dieting because I'm literally way smaller. But then in our conversation, and I'm like, I'm not trying to lose weight because I want to be slim. I'm trying to lose it because I want to be the healthier person, the best version of me that I could possibly be as far as being healthy.
Right.
Because somebody who's heavier than me can actually be more healthier than I am. Because it
But
could
you
be
know what's
a thyroid issue, it could be any other factors that can contribute to. But my thing is, I just want to be able to fit into my clothing and feel comfortable in
mm,
how my clothing
you
fit.
want to feel good. You want it
I
like
don't
I
want to
said,
be
like that
skinny,
personally don't feel. I personally, it just feels a
a
little.
little sloppy.
I feel a little uncomfortable, like, but
A little
when I'm
sloppy.
lighter, I just feel more comfortable. But for me, what I was going to say to you, if you want to lose weight because you want to be slim, that's your business.
It is. It
You know what I'm
is. It
saying? Like
is.
that's your business. Like because some people you feel comfortable. Like some people are comfortable being heavier, and good for them. Some
Yeah.
people are comfortable being very skinny. Like you
Yeah.
need to be comfortable in whatever works for
Yep.
you.
Hit the
This for
weight
me,
that you're comfortable
I
with.
want to lose a few. I want to lose like 15.
I haven't weighed myself, but I think maybe 10 more. I'm
Okay.
sure. So I like 135, 140. That's very
Mm,
comfortable for me.
right.
And I wanted
And
this.
you know when you know you comfortable in your weight when you say I want to be 145, 140 and listen, I'm not gonna say my weight because if I put 15 more pounds on there, then a nigga gonna know how much I weigh. You like I want
That's why from here up.
135, I want 45. You put 15 more pounds on
Yeah, I like 145
there.
too.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
135 and 145 is a comfortable weight.
140 that's the number.
I think that's the number. That's
I
good.
was
I'm
so
not skinny,
comfortable at that
skinny.
weight.
Yeah.
I
Still
was
have a
so
little
comfortable.
something, something.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I tried on this because I'm birthday shopping. Girl, I don't even know what I'm doing for my birthday. I
Girl.
try to go to the bistro. It's all booked. So I'm gonna go on August 13th, maybe 12th or 13th.
Mhm.
Because Saturday and Sunday is the music. But there's this other
Mm,
poppin' spot, I think called Soho. It's on 42nd Street.
I heard of this.
Yeah, they
Did I
kind of
know?
look like they on and popping, almost like a little day party type thing. They have space, so I'm gonna text people tomorrow, kind of figure out, get a little number who wants to go.
Mm.
I'm trying to figure out what time. If I do an early thing like 12:1, because I like to be in
Or like a day party type of thing.
like a day thing. Yeah, because it's all
She's
day
always
party
cute.
music. So I
She's
like,
always cute.
yeah,
Mhm.
12:1, 2. That's always a cute time. Um, and then I just gotta figure out. So I went to try on this cute blazer. The back was out with a little tie in the back. I was like, this is cute. I had my
So you. That's so that description of that blazer is so
girl,
you.
so cute. I was like with some cute jean shorts because the summer.
Yeah.
And then online, I saw this girl have these cute jean little heels. The heel was gold, but the strap in the shoe was actually, and the straps around it was jean. So freaking adorable. I was like, I'm looking for this. But girl, then I went to try it on. I said, oh no, honey. It's getting roly, roly, roly with a pounded dash. I said, oh no, I'm good. We ain't roly, roly.
Listen, I have some jean shoes here that are so cute. I just don't wear them because they too high. You know, I don't do high heels no more.
Girl, but since I hurt my foot, I fractured it. It's
Mm.
still
Girl,
painful.
you better get
I
cute
do
and
it.
flat. Get flat and cute and flat. Whatever you're gonna do, do it
Yeah, I
with the
told my kid,
flats.
I was like, I think I'm gonna have to find some cute, but I can't. I need a heel. So I'm gonna be
Mm.
hurting, but I'm gonna bring them little flats in my. I just want to walk into the place with my
Yeah,
heels,
yeah.
and I'll leave with my flats. So I'm
Girl,
trying to figure it out. I still want to do the Elliott boat ride. It's for 2 hours.
that sounds dope.
Yeah, it's only like $25. I don't even know if there's still space available.
What?
Yeah, it's like a little circle line type thing. But it's
And they're
one
gonna play
hour
her music
Missy,
and stuff? Oh, that's dope.
celebrating Missy, and then the other hour is all the 50 celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
I love that. That's
Early
it. Let's
too.
get a ticket tomorrow.
It's like okay. So we're gonna do that. Let's see.
Oh.
Call my friends and see. So I figure I got like maybe 9 people that want to roll with me.
Okay.
The Booski probably don't.
Listen, I'm going.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's
We'll
gonna
talk
be
whole, please.
like a girls thing. But
All right. It's gonna be a girls thing. Then I feel that. I feel for him not
yeah,
coming.
because all gonna be girls. He legit would just be the only dude.
Okay.
So I might just make it a little girls thing and then have my own. So I'm gonna celebrate my entire month.
Right. You
COVID.
like Maya? She celebrates like I'm like it's August the whole month.
Hey, and it's hello. You just mentioned 8, girl. I'm celebrating this whole 8. This whole 8. So I'm gonna see.
That's amazing. All right.
Girls, so I think that's it on.
Hello. I mean, look, I'm sick.
That's it on Russian. That's
Right.
Ah!
I forgot we were recording.
No, because we're always talking, and so
Girl,
we need.
that's what this was tonight. God definitely wanted us to get together. And at one point, I'm telling you, I don't know what the Lord. Let me tell you, I gotta show you. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold, please.
Oh,
So
geez.
I always have to demonstrate everything, right?
Mhm.
What the hell happened?
I don't know, girl. Your lights in the back turned off. They were on or they were off.
No, I put on the kitchen light so I can see.
But the lights in the back weren't on.
No,
Okay.
you know why it's getting dark outside. So why did this is how the Lord is on me right now? See this? He like this. He in my face right here. He just won't get up. Like he right here on my ass. Like I just want him to back up, but then I want him to be there because if he not like this right here on me, I don't think I can function right now if he wasn't like that on me. I think I would have a total breakdown.
But that's why I need the Holy Spirit.
I need him to be right here on my ass because literally, sis, I can't. Yeah, like
that's why I need the Holy Spirit.
When he said that about 8, I mean, I really had a moment because that's what everything has been telling me that for this, like I've been anxious about this. I've been, oh, I'm gonna jump out. Like yesterday, I was about to do something. I was like, no, be patient. You know what I'm saying? Like
we just
like,
out there.
like I need. He's like, that's why I gotta stay on your neck right now because if you was making the decisions yourself, you'd be fucked up right now.
And I'm happy that he's on your neck like that because now it's actually causing me to pray differently. Like I told you this week, because I need that pressure because he's filled me and filled you with so many. Why am I still writing a book? Bill done been died for 9 years. I started
that's
writing
what I'm
this
saying.
book.
I've been okay, so that's what I was saying. I had lost my train of thought for 1 second. I've been literally hypnotized this weekend and like seeing things and like even one moment when I was talking to you, I feel like I was just like I don't know what I was saying, but I'm just looking like this way. I know I'm saying something. But like it's not even like me. Like I'm not even like talking. Like I feel myself talking, and I'm like in my head, like, oh, I'm saying that. Like it's just like he been on my neck right here. I'm like, what is it that's going to happen? And I was just like, oh my,
yes,
my second half is going to be way doper than my first half. Like the first half was that, it was just, having the fun, discovering life, understanding people, doing all that stuff. And now this half, I have all that knowledge, I have all that experience. I'm able to now, because I'm so humble and I'm not afraid to say no. Yeah, I fucked up. No, I wasn't right. Like I was wrong. Like I can receive you. That's the only way you can be wise. Like it's to be able to sit down and
Yep.
Okay, listen to somebody else with reason. That's
Yep.
why all this shit that's going on with the. We'll talk about that next time. Else, it's just like these people are not wise
Hmm.
because what are you listening to right now? Like it's just all noise. It's just bananas. It's noise, right? It's just so it's just so much propaganda behind it. Like it almost looked like a show. Almost look like it's an act, like it's a movie.
But that's
Like this
almost
like
how
a
the
script.
world is right now. It's so unreal.
It's just like a movie. It's scripted. It's theater. Right now, I feel like it's like we living in theater. Like we living in somebody's imagination. We living in some shit. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just not real. Like this is not like you. Like this is not real.
The magic school bus. And I see.
Like this is like it's a Truman Show or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
it
know.
don't feel like it feels too scripted. Like this cannot be real. Like are we seriously? If we are being factual over how we feel, like we would have a problem with anything. Like, why is it okay? Like, we'll talk about that next time. Why is it okay for a person that's a trans person to say the exact same thing I say, but I'm being demonized, I'm being canceled, I'm being this and that. But there's a lot of people coming out right now saying that, yo, wait, time out. Right now, what's happening is now we don't went to Bizarro land. Like, and not knocking and not belittling nobody at all, with all due respect. I mean, like some of the battles that we having, are we really having this battle?
I know.
Are we being real with each other? Are you being honest with yourself? Come on, nah.
I know.
Come on, girl. We got to do it
We
because
could
I'm
just
so passionate.
all get
I'm
along.
so passionate about that. Like I'll tell you who it was. Oh, you're not recording.
I'm recording.
Um, huh?
I'm recording.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you who it was after. So I'm having this conversation with this person. I don't want to say I look up to this person, but I feel that this person is smart. I feel like when they say things, they've gone to the Lord first, before they say anything to people. And now, I can feel their plight because I feel like I was them at one point. We had some of the same paths and all that kind of stuff. But I was having this debate with this person. It wasn't really a debate. We just was like agreeing. And I think that that's how we've gotten to the stage that we at now, where women were being so nice. We were just being so giving that we just was like okay to everything. Like what as far as that space is with transgender. Like we're not the same. I love you, sis. You feel like you're a woman, and that's another thing. You feel like you're a woman. I am a woman. I don't feel like I'm a woman. I am a woman. I feel it. I taste it. It's tangible. It's real. It's been, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not knocking what you're feeling, but the absurdity behind, the dishonesty behind telling a woman she doesn't own a period, telling a woman like that arrogant saying that we're arrogant to say that we own womanhood, that say that we own periods. For you to say that is arrogant. For you to give us a name outside of just being a woman and call us a cis woman, who signed up for that name? Not me. Did you sign up for it? To be called a cis woman? Like, you know what I'm saying? To say somebody's arrogant about like you guys like we don't even need to be having this argument. If you feel like you're a woman. Okay. I don't
No,
have a problem with that, but don't try to feel we're not women of the same level.
that's
And I
yeah.
don't mean that in any disrespect and knocking how they feel about themselves. But it is a thing that since I was 12 years old, I've had a period. Like those pains and that discomfort and all that shit, it's not even about just, oh, you having a period. It's about all that comes along with it. It's about the embarrassment of not wanting your friends to know you young. You don't want them to know you have your period. It's like, oh, taking on shit of, now I got my period. I can get pregnant if I have my period. Oh, does this happen if I have my period? Oh, I feel these cramps. Like you're never going to have any of those experiences. You can't. You are not a woman like me. Are you a trans woman? Yes, you are. You're not a biological woman, and there is a difference, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't get why we making it so complicated. If we didn't have this battle of because the one I can trying to put myself in their shoes because the one is so deep because you feel it so much in your heart that you want to be a woman that now you're trying to you know stomp us down, put us down. No, why would you want to do that? You want to lift us up.
Yeah, and I don't think that all, obviously, we know that not all transgender um, women or transgender men feel that way about the sex that they're
Right.
opting for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and it really is something mental, not mental like they're crazy, but it's like this whole body dysmorphia where they really in their mind, it's considered a mental thing where they really believe in their mind that um something is wrong with their body. They're not comfortable in their skin, wanting to really go through those cosmetic surgeries for some in order to change to the person that their mind tells them they're supposed to be. So just imagine how trapped they may feel knowing
That
that's
has to
like
be
when we want something so badly and it's right there and it's not attainable. I could only imagine that that's what they might be feeling like. And so maybe when people lash out towards biological women, it could be because of some things that they're still dealing with.
of
That's a
course. That's when
lot
you
of
said that, sis. What I felt was thinking of somebody that's maybe in a hospital in a coma or something, and they can hear you and they know what they want to do and
that.
they know how
Yes.
they're yelling at you like, but
Mhm.
they can't. They're trapped in those. That has to be our living horror show. So I am with you with the
Yeah,
emotional part
yeah,
of it
yeah.
because I cannot imagine having to live like that. Like I feel in my mind, in my heart, in my body and soul that I am, but I know biologically
That I'm not. When
I
I
am
look
a
in the
male.
mirror, I'm
You know
not.
what I mean? Yeah,
That what
that is
that
that's
does to
right.
them.
That's the point that messes with your mental because it's like
Yeah.
I know what I feel and I
Mhm.
feel that I am in my heart and my soul.
Yeah.
I really, but that's why I don't want. I hate when I hear people from the trans community say that we're arrogant about saying that we have ownership of those things that are who we are.
No, because that's a true
Wait,
statement.
but
It's not
it is it's
arrogant.
like you feel arrogant as well, like in the things that you say. Like you know what I mean? Like so you could just go on forever about that. That's not a battle that we should even be having.
No,
I
not at
like
all. It
it
should
really isn't.
look, respect one another. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm not gonna not like you just because you feel that you're one way and one person. That's like, you know, you being upset if whatever with who I identify with, or even with race, what race I identify, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You can't.
But
You
you know,
can't
I mean, sometimes you can't even sugarcoat things. Like this whole thing that's going on with Just Hilarious right now. Like I think what she's doing is very brave. I think that most people that have the same heart and mindset as she does,
Mhm.
that what you're saying is delusional. It's her choice of words that's triggering. It's her, her delivery that's triggering. But is she speaking the truth?
Yeah,
Yeah, she is.
I was
Like
gonna say that.
you can't say that, oh, women are arrogant because they feel like they own periods. I'm just trying to really figure out if we don't, who does?
I know.
Mean, I'm not even trying to be facetious right now. Like when I say that question in my head, like you know what I mean? I'm trying to understand who doesn't. Like I know when I got it, I didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? When I
Sure,
got it,
exactly when
I
she
didn't
left.
want it. I tried to hide it. I didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. I was young. I was just like, I don't want this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know all those things that we have to go through when we go through these phases of womanhood. And for you now to say that we don't have ownership of those things, what? Then who does?
And you know what? Uh, that individual might not might I'm quite sure that they probably wish they experienced those things because they know
Of
that
course.
that's what will make them feel 100% like a woman. And I'm just saying this is what they may be going through in their mind,
Mm.
um, and things that they have to work out. But I think that it's kind of ignorant for you to make those kind of a statement. Just allow people who are not a part of your world and
Hmm.
in your fight to understand. And just hilarious. Would I say that she was wrong? Some choices of words I wouldn't use, right? They were the tone, of course, was kind of whatever. And she could have worded differently where people from that community may not have been offended, but the same thing vice versa. Some of the things that that individual stated were kind of offensive. How are you going to tell me I don't have ownership because how I'm built as a woman, I've owned my cycle. I've owned my breasts, be able to
And I didn't want
breastfeed
to have ownership.
my uterus.
What's so crazy? I didn't want to have ownership of
Girl,
having
let
a
me tell
cycle.
you, if I could have a choice between having a period and not having a period, I would have chose not to. And then when it's time to have a kid, okay, a period, come back. Okay, and then after the kid live, okay, period, bye. I wish that you could have those choices.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
don't take that away from me because for me as a woman, a biological woman, if I didn't have those experiences as a woman, I wouldn't be in my full womanhood. You
You
know what I'm
wouldn't be
saying? Like
classified as a
that's why women
woman.
that have wombs and can't produce children feel some type of way because you have all the things
That
that
I
a woman
see.
has. It's just and that's no comparison.
Yeah.
It's just that you have all the parts that a woman is supposed to have biologically. Your parts just have a defect in them,
Mhm,
as far
mhm.
as that's concerned. But what you don't have that part, so you know what I mean?
I know.
Like
I
don't take
know.
those things away from us. You can't. We're not on an equal playing field with that.
Not
With
with
that, we're
that.
not on. But that's okay because we're not on equal playing field with you with everything. It's okay.
Not at all. And maybe superficially,
Hmm.
we might appear to be on the same
Hmm.
because, right?
Explain.
Well, some transgender
Hmm.
women are drop dead. Like you won't even be able
Oh,
to
so you mean aesthetically? We're not.
aesthetically. Thank
Okay.
you. That's the word.
Hmm. Hmm.
Aesthetically. Oh,
Okay.
so aesthetically, we might be here, right? On
But are we?
95%.
But are we
95%.
when the aesthetic is and
The
no
female
disrespect to them because
genitalia.
you
That's what
saying what you're saying is correct.
mhm.
Like we have some of our transgender women that are drop dead gorgeous. You understand what I'm saying?
Beyond gorgeous.
But do we have are we on the same playing field? Because the drop dead gorgeous that you're trying to become is from an image that you've had of a woman in your head.
Exactly. And
It's
through
not the image.
surgeries and
It's
through
not the image of a transgender woman. The
no,
image that you're trying to create with
what's in
yourself
your
is
head that
that of
beautifully.
a woman. That's
Mhm.
why it's okay. You cannot, and that's I don't think I made my point on that fact that I was saying with the person that we know that that's why we have to fight for. We have to have a voice like you have to have that voice of just hilarious. It has to be loud and direct like it was, and then you can have a more voice of trying to smooth things out.
I
Like
was gonna say that.
you need all those voices. Like you need
Yeah.
that voice of honesty and truth. You are bugging right now.
I was gonna say
You know
that
what I'm saying? That you need that
because
voice of that's going to break it down and show you the absurdity and why. That
yeah,
you need that philosophical voice. You know what I'm
and
saying? Like
that
you need all
voice,
those voices. Yeah.
yeah, and it leads to being able to have these conversations. It would allow
In
for
peace.
the T.S. Madison, who necessarily did not disagree with Just Hilarious, just didn't agree on the delivery of Just Hilarious. Didn't agree with it, but agreed that she made a lot of valid points. What she's saying is true, but it's just the way that you say it. And I guess because, yeah, it's 2023, but it's still a sensitive topic, right? It is now that it's kind of really now in our face. Back then, we didn't really have that. It was so hush hush. We're from a different era. Our kids kind of will relate a little bit more because they've sort of grown up in it and their understanding is different. Their acceptance is different. Not to say we're not accepting, because I know us and I know that we are accepting of everyone, right? We're not going to be prejudiced and against anyone's beliefs. But so I like how T.S. Madison is just saying, look here, bitch. Pretty much is what she was saying. I just
I
don't like
didn't hear,
how you say
I can't really speak on her point of view because honestly, I
yeah,
haven't listened.
she was just
When
saying,
somebody says sis, that really makes my skin boil.
sis,
Because when they say sis, so that's the woman, that's the language for a straight who you and I are, a biological woman.
really? I
We
didn't
call
even
us
know
a cis
that.
woman. Yeah, but who asked for that name? That's
I
what I
didn't,
want to know.
yeah, I
We
didn't
didn't we,
ask for that.
we didn't ask for that name. I
Yeah.
don't want that name. That's the whole thing with all of these names and stuff.
That's so, yes.
It's too many names. We did not ask for that name. I think that's arrogant.
I didn't
Just to
know that.
assign a name to people. You understand what I'm saying? And I thought, and from the little crippets, and I could be wrong, and I apologize to her. I could be wrong, but I really felt like she was really feeling like a trans woman is equal as and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but I mean that in a womanly way. Like all the experience that I've had and gone through that I've already stated, like me and you are not on the same playing field. We never will be. The aesthetic that you're trying to create is not from the image of a trans man in your head. It's from the image of a woman.
Hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's I still felt like she was trying to come from those little clips. And like I said, I apologize if that's not what she was coming from. But you know what I'm saying? Like we need that voice of just hilarious to say, nah, this is some bullshit. You know
It
what I'm saying?
allows conversations. It will allow the
Yeah.
other person to, hopefully, it allows the individual that is the transgender, the one that was kind of making all the comments
Yeah.
she didn't agree with, to sort of step back, be like, dang, she said it kind of foul,
Right. I was
but
in my feelings with it. Right.
she's right. We're not here. She is right. Biological women do have ownership. And it doesn't mean that we don't agree.
You're
It
a
doesn't
woman. You
mean
feel like you're a
that
woman, you're a woman.
then you are. If that's what you identify with, then that's what you identify with. And no one is going to take your identity away from you. Um, but they also have to, or that individual also has to look at where a biological woman may stand and say, no, I do own this because I was born with the body that
And because I
allows it
had to
to
go through all of
happen
this shit that women
naturally,
have to go through.
that allows it to happen naturally. Yeah, and I think that's what they're missing, the part that happens naturally and the things that are not are happening unnaturally. And it doesn't take away from you thinking that you're a woman
Or feeling, not even
or
thinking. You
feeling
feel that you are a woman.
you are a woman, then you are a woman. Own it. But the fact of the matter is that when you look at science, there are factors that separate us. Yes, now you can get the breasts, right?
But
Um,
there are medications you cannot even give to a biological man that you could give to a biological. Like it's that body is that knowing, it's that
mm,
much of you know what I'm saying? Like you, it's certain things like it's just is what it is. Is no. If we could just stop this freaking competition.
no
If you
competition.
feel like you are a woman and
Then
you
you
want to
are
live in your
own it.
womanhood, you want to be a woman, be a
Own
woman.
it. Own
But
it.
don't try to downplay me as the
Own it.
woman that you have, the imitation that you have, the look, the aesthetic, the feel that you have in your head, the mannerism, all of this, you have gotten this from a woman, not a trans woman.
Yeah, that's very true. That's
You know
very
what I'm saying? It's you feel like, and that's what I'm saying. And then the arrogance was from remember that woman who thought she was saying she was black?
yes.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
She really felt
people
like
tried to
she
like
was.
shit on people tried to shit on her with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but what's different from her feeling? She genuinely felt
She
like
felt
a black woman. She was doing things in the black community that black people were not doing in
or
the
not
black
even doing. And I don't even know what
community.
her background story was to make her
She is
feel
def
that way.
she's def that's this is what I'm saying. She genuinely just felt that I can't even tap into that. Because like I said, I feel like it's the scenario that I tried to give where you're you're trying to tell somebody you feel this way, but you're locked in like a hospital or in your mind and you
That's
can't.
that whole
You know
dysmorphia.
what I'm saying? Like that's
Yes,
how
like,
I feel
yeah.
that is. Like you're locked in a cage and nobody hears you, but you know how you feel inside. But
Mhm.
people, they were really, the trans community was shitting on her with that. Oh, it's not the same. How is it not the same? This
Was
woman
shitting
really,
on. Oh,
yeah, on
wait.
her for trying to say she feel like she black. How she feel like she black? Like,
Mm,
what's the difference? Like, this woman genuinely felt like she was black. She was living her whole life as a black woman. You
wow.
understand what I'm saying? Like the mannerisms, like how a trans woman takes on every of the hair, the look, the vibe. It is just a swag that a black woman has. She was taking on all of that, girl. She was working on the black community. Like, why is her what she feels? Why is her trans different than your trans? It's
Wow.
all trans.
Transracial, if you really
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what I'm
want to give it
saying.
a
It's
name.
all trans. Why is her trans less than your trans?
And I could see, obviously we can see why there's an issue where trans is trans, right? Whether it's transgender, transracial, it's
Race,
you
right?
taking on um embodying, I want to say I don't want to say it wrong, but like embodying something, a symbolism, some fact attributes, embodying attributes that you weren't born with.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that will be what the trans is, embodying some attributes that you weren't born with, and I can kind of see, I see where the woman that was white and identify with being black, I can see how people get offended by that because they're thinking of um you don't really understand the plight of the colored person, right? You don't understand the plight of a
But it's
minority
the same for a
individual.
woman. If they would just look at
Yes,
it through that lens, it's the
yeah.
same as a woman. You don't know
You
what the plight of a
understand the
woman
plight
is.
of the, you could read about it, you
Right.
can become educated about it, you
You
can
can hang out with all the women you want to.
and you can imagine the symptoms of it, but the bottom line is that you won't really fully experience those symptoms. You can experience certain things as a woman, but not what the transformation of what the body goes through. But as a woman, you can experience being a woman, of course, because people are going to perceive you as a woman. That's your aesthetic.
You can
You're
see
gonna
the
perceive
aesthetic. That's it.
the physicality of it all, but the process that what we go through, you can be extremely knowledgeable, but you won't really go through those symptoms. But you know what's so crazy? I'm
Mm,
wondering
mm.
whether or not they will go through these symptoms because I'm gonna read body dysmorphia is a mental
I
disorder
believe they do
which
in
focuses
their mind.
on perceived body defects that can cause surgery or whatever. Because people who, in their mind, think that they're pregnant go through all the symptoms of being pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a name for that. Isn't it like a shadow pregnancy or
You know what's
ghost
so funny
pregnancy?
that you said that? It's making me almost lose my head. Like
So
you,
they might really internalize going through those symptoms. We're not in their head. It's physically impossible. We all know that, right? But what
but
mentally they really go through those symptoms?
I really feel like they do.
I
I
really
really
feel
feel like
that
that
they
that's part
do.
of it for some of them that they go through those
Yes.
things. Like, ones is not being brainwashed by social media and all that kind of
Mhm,
stuff
mhm,
and
mhm.
genuinely feel that they're a woman.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but so the thing you said about the baby, you feel
The
you have
ghost
all the
pregnancy.
symptoms, the ghost pregnancy,
Mhm.
but you know what's the reality of that? There's never a baby produced.
No, but they go through the morning
I
sicknesses,
know, but that's what I'm
through
saying.
the
That's who
tenderness
you.
of the
That's
breast.
what you are as a trans woman. You'll never have the finished product because you're not a woman. You're never going to produce the baby
Yeah.
because you're not a biological woman. You can have all these other attributes of you. living as a woman, being very feminine, taking on all the aesthetics, taking on all the mannerisms, but the life, the feelings that women go through, the struggle that we go through, you're not going to feel those things because you're not a biological woman. Are you a woman? Yes, because you in your mind, in your heart, in your soul feel that you are a woman. So I'm
They
going to
may
respect
go
you as
through
such.
cramps.
That's
They
what I'm
may go
saying.
through
But
cramps.
you're never going to produce the baby.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
yeah.
us have that. That is what we are as a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not just saying the baby. I'm saying the baby is everything. It's not just a physical baby. I mean all the stuff that a woman goes through. Those things you're not going to go through. I'm just saying. I'm saying you're not, and it's just facts over feelings. It's nothing, no competition. You are a woman. I address you as a woman, but the whole assigning me this name now and saying we are the same because we don't own periods. I mean, it's just a little absurd. And I get her passion behind how she was delivering. It was like, come on. And then at what point do we think as a society, like, okay, if we have all of these things, if we giving all these allowances for these things right now, like what's going to happen to life? You understand what I'm saying? If you don't have that man and woman nucleus, what's going to happen to life? Is it just going to end? Like you have to have that. Like it is what it is.
No, it's really, I mean, it's so funny. The trajectory of the world
Mm.
as we've known it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine our parents look at things with a different scope as well, has
Mm-hmm.
completely shifted from when they were young to us because we have a lot of ideologies and we're like, yo, what's wrong with you? We're good with that. They're not good with that. And then our kids see things with a different scope because it's a whole nother thing that, not saying that we're not good with it, but might ruffle our feathers a little bit, or we may give it a little side eye or think about it, research more about it, you know,
Right.
just to kind of get a little bit of an understanding. So imagine when it's time for our kids to have kids. It's gonna be, it's completely, everything is going to be almost like a pot of gumbo. Everything is just, there's going to be no unification, no separation, almost like you is a, I always get it backwards, might be a utopian society or dystopian. I think it's a utopian society where
Mm.
everything is like this, everything is the same, where there is no,
Almost like how Sweden is, Switzerland, or one of the countries is
okay,
trying
where
to do. They
there's
trying to have
really,
a life like, oh yeah, oh
where
yeah.
nothing,
I think
everything is
it's
the same.
Unitarian.
Yeah,
Could be wrong
so then it
about that
might
for sure.
be, so then it might be utopian only because I'm going with the whole you thing, unity are now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Society where there is, everything is black and white. That
mm-hmm.
means you look at it through a black and white lens. There's no difference in anything, in social classes, in races, in gender identification.
Is that realistic?
It's
What do
not
you think? What do
realistic.
you think? I'm asking you. What do you think? Is that realistic?
I don't think it's realistic because you're always going to have, unfortunately, and not just gender, transgender, or,
No, absolutely
and
not.
not
So much more
just
to the world.
that,
Yeah.
but there's always, we're always, this is always going to be a class system, and not class necessarily on just dealing with financial structure or where we fall, but
Mm-hmm.
there's always going to be people with ideology that's not pushed forward to accept the LGBT community. There's still so many people that are just so close minded, so many people that won't accept transgender. That's a whole different category from the LGBT, right? I think that it's okay to have differences, it's okay to disagree, but at some point, you can't be so close minded where you can't not kind of understand
But
what.
what I was trying to say, like, I just feel like not even just I'm all for that. I'm all for that now. So I don't want to disrespect anybody. I'm all like I just feel like we just like why do we want this world that's just like is so equal and everything. Like we not like I don't want to take out garbage. I don't want to like it's certain things that's gender related. Like I'm being very silly when I say that, but I'm serious. Like those like it's certain things I don't want to do as a woman. You know what I'm saying? That like I
Yeah.
believe in gender roles. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't think like I think once we lose this imagery of we're in this battle with each other, it's this competition, if you can do this I can do that. Like no, you can do this and I can't do that, but I can do this and you can't do that. You
Exactly.
understand what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that.
That's what it is. Like like I am a woman of the world. I'm successful. I got this, I got that. My husband, he's a man of the world. He got this, he got that. When I come home all the time, I don't want to cook, but most of the time I am.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel as a woman. Now, as you as a woman that don't feel like that, don't come down on me for feeling like that. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to do that for my husband,
I need my
or
man
you know
to
what I'm
cook.
saying? Like that.
I need
I don't want
cooking.
to like don't come. I don't want to hear that. You understand what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
don't want to hear it. Like this is how I choose, and we got to stop creating these battles where it don't need to be one. Live your life,
I know. Let the life
right?
be
Yeah, like I'm
cute and
over it.
colorful. Don't let it be black and white. Accept everyone's differences because that's what makes us
But it can be black and white, but let me live in my black or
in
my
my
white.
black
Like,
and
let me
my white.
live. Like, let me live. Like I'm saying, like, don't like I see a lot of women, like everybody want to be so pro equal and so pro this that they lose all accountability of stuff. Like, do you want to really be on the front line of the war? Do you want to really be in the front line of the war? No, I don't. Nope. Let the men have certain things. Let them have it. I don't want it.
I know. And I just wish that people, um, and I definitely admire people who are not afraid to take a stance
Absolutely.
and
Right.
voice. But I do feel that there's a way that you should voice your opinion where it's not the meaning to the other person, but still get your point across. You could be stern, you could be in your face, but not belittling, not demeaning, but belittling another person because that's the other person's truth. But my truth is my truth, and I should be able to voice it without whatever I'm talking about, whatever the other person being upset, and it should be reciprocated where we can have
Right.
these open dialogues so that they could get to see what's in our mind. We could get to see how they're thinking, what's in their mind, and understand that there's truths. I mean,
Right. I just want to be a part of truth. I don't want to be a
there's
part of
truths.
all of this propaganda that's going on now with
Yeah.
all these like 47 genders and you got people in the medical society co-signing all this shit. Like all that's probably like if we're gonna go with the facts, the biological facts, they are what they are. That's
Yeah.
how I want life to be. Like because I feel like I'm as successful as my husband is on whatever field I feel that success is. And when I come home sometimes, I'm not going to feel like wanting to cook. But most of the time, I am going to feel like wanting to cook because I feel like that's what I should be doing.
I know. And I like
Don't come down
men to
on
be
me
able
because I feel that way.
to. I know.
Don't come down on me because I feel that way. If you don't feel that way, you don't feel that way. Don't demonize because I feel that way that I want to do this for my like. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the
why?
problem that I have. And
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. That's the problem that I have.
Right.
Not just coming down on people because they have differences. We're people, we're different. We're going to have difference of opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't like for people to always come down on other people just because they have a different opinion. It's okay to have a nice, healthy debate about stuff. So at
Mm-hmm.
some point, we're gonna have to agree to disagree.
And listen, you're gonna get in your feelings. You're gonna
Of
really get in your feelings.
course,
When you're very passionate about something
you get in your
and
feelings.
you believe a certain way, but what makes a wise person is able to say, you know what, I feel 1000% about this way, but I'm gonna listen to this person's point of view and maybe they may change my perspective.
They can because just in talking and talking and trying to really be analytical about we talked about putting ourselves in the other person's shoe, trying to really put my head in their headspace with the comments that they were making. That's like, what do you mean? I don't own my womanhood. But
that was very offensive to me. That was very offensive to me.
Because I'm a woman. I was born a woman. I own it.
But I know all the shit that I've gone through as a woman, that you as a non-biological woman will never, ever be able to tell a story about, write a book about, write a poem about, talk about, anything, because you have not experienced it.
Exactly the same way that we can't talk about being in the shoes of a transgender woman, because we don't have a clue about what's in their mind, what they're going through, what their experiences, what their bodies internalize. Because the mind is so powerful to the point that it makes you think, like with that ghost pregnancy, makes you think you're pregnant. If you think, damn, I told her, you told you ain't do nothing to your damn toe, girl. If you believe your right toe hurt, guess what? You're gonna be limping because that right toe gonna be hurting. Yo, the mind is so
powerful.
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 So it says your mind, you really have the power to change what your body goes through. It's all about positive thoughts and changing circumstances, you know? But hopefully people listening to this really
just listen. That's just the whole point. Listening to us, just listening. That's what makes a wise person. It don't have nothing to do with age. Like I've just come to realize that you can be, wisdom don't come with age. Wisdom comes with being able to be in a moment and be outside of the moment and hear other people's perspectives, point of views, take in different cultures, take in different thoughts and theories, take in stuff that you or disagree with 1000%, and still say, okay, let me see their point of view. Wisdom is very quiet. It listens. It's humble. All this loudness and quick moving, that's not wisdom.
That's when you're moving on emotions.
Yeah.
You really want someone to understand your plight, understand where your perception, your perspective. You have to be able to listen, like you mentioned, where the other person is coming from. Take a moment to process, look at it with a different eye, and then vice versa. That's how you get to understand other people and accept other people.
And I'm still at that point when I have done all of that. I'm still maybe not going to agree with you on things, but I'm going to respect you and let you live in what you live in and go on with your life.
Yeah.
I don't have to live with you. I don't have to do that with you. I mean, I have to live life with you. So we need to have that respect, and we need to have that life, that love for humanity, that just general love for humanity, for life. But as far as everything else is concerned, like go on with yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. Just accept everybody, love yourself.
I was trying to think of a song, but I just fades me.
Release your soul, release your mind, no words.
I just love being able to have discussions with people who I may totally disagree with on every point of view that they have. But I'm able to sit back and say, why do they think that that's that when I think that? You know what I'm saying? I am all for that right now. I need to know why you think that and what has made you live your life that way. You know what I'm saying? Or choose to be that way. Not that it's going to alter how I feel, but maybe it will. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. Yeah,
it'll just let you see their perception, their perspective, and have a different understanding. Doesn't necessarily mean that it would change a lot of things, but it will allow you to have a better understanding
and open yourself up to a different perspective of thought, of seeing things, and maybe I'll like I said, I won't see that at all. Like I just don't see that. But okay, that's what you see. That's what you want. But yeah.
I know.
Okay. That's all. That's all.
That's all, folks.
I love this. So the next time, girlie, I'll see you. Bye.
Suga and Sofrito.